Hello everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back to our, I don't know what number video this is, but
No, we've done more than we thought we might at the start. So
yeah, well, we're still sticking to it, giving you guys updates on where we're at and where we're going. So today we're giving you an update on our very exciting entry to South Australia. So we've done Victoria, the western part anyway, and we're going into South Australia, which we haven't really explored before. So it was a pretty exciting first two stops we're going to talk about today. So where we go?
First stop was Mount Gambier, which is not far over the border, and somewhere that neither of us had ever been before. I didn't really know a lot about, and wow, I was amazed.
So any of our friends or relatives out there watching, if you haven't been to Mount Gambier, you should get there. I'll look it up anyway. It is probably the highlight of our trip so far.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So many outdoorsy kind of things to do there. We loved it.
We did. And we did the typical photo at the border. So when we crossed the border, we did
we tried.
You probably see that on the screen, a bit of an action shot. So we did that. So so Mount Gambier is not too far away from the border. So we stopped in there at the showgrounds. Yep, another good showground, which was
great. It was all you would want.
$30 a night. Yep. Had a shower,
toilets,
met
flat
some
spots to park up.
Yeah, pretty flat and pretty close to all the things that we wanted to do. So we weren't there very long, but we probably could have stayed there a bit longer.
I think Mount Gambier is somewhere that I could definitely go back to keep exploring because there were so many things.
Yeah, and the girls loved it as well. So we got there in the morning, or midday-ish, and had to do some laundry and stuff, so all that exciting stuff. And then planned out our next day, which was very jam-packed. So day 2, what did we do?
Day 2, first thing we did, we got up nice and early and we headed out to do Mount Shank, which is a dormant volcano.
Yep.
I think one of Australia's youngest volcanoes. So that was pretty exciting, and we did the crater rim walk around the top.
Which took us about an hour, so you walk up to the top of the volcano and then walk around the edge, which was interesting with a 4-year-old filly. It was. It wasn't too bad until we got to the second half, and then it was a bit of a drop off.
Kind of drops there. It was okay.
The scenery, the outlook was pretty cool because you get to see.
See all the farmland
360 degrees, so very, very picturesque.
Yeah, and you could see into the crater. Yeah. Or there was another walk that you could do or add on to do where you walked down through the bottom of the crater and back up the other side. We didn't do that one. That would have been a step too far doing both for our little family.
And it definitely wasn't a hard walk because Billy did all of it by herself.
Yeah.
I think I might have carried her a little bit down the hill because it was a bit slippery.
Yeah, but I mean,
I might have held it handy.
It's fairly flat around the top, and it's not too scrambly getting over the rocks or anything. So probably the most exciting thing that happened was that we got to see a snake.
The girls did very well, and they
all those forest school adventures.
So forest school families out there, they reacted very well.
They did. They stood calmly, legs apart. And warned us that there was a snake.
And then it slithered off into the bushes. So I got a photo of it. It's a pretty big one.
Yeah.
And then by that stage, we'd worked up a sweat and we were ready for a swim, weren't we? So we went to a place called Little Blue Lake, which is not far from Mount Shank. And my God.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
I
the best swimming spot.
Yeah, that was one of the most, I don't know, just interesting, serene, just different swimming experiences I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, it was unreal.
It was
we got a few good photos, and the water, a few videos of it as well, but just doesn't do it justice. The water temperatures.
I had anticipated that it was going to be freezing cold. I mean, we were in Mount Gambier, and it's just this big hole of water which doesn't move, and I had anticipated it was going to be freezing. It's really super deep.
44 metres deep.
25 metres in the shallow part.
So that's the shallow end.
And 47 metres deep in the deepest part. So that's kind of a bit of a...
People can scuba dive in there. You got to have a licence to do that. I think
they kind of do some cave diving down there.
Yeah. But there was a cool tide tube there, a couple of tide tubes that someone had rescued that they'd left there. So the girls got to splash around on those. And when we got there was only one fella there, and he left, and then some more families turned up, and we had fun jumping off the...
Yeah, so there's a little pontoon that you can kind of access and dive off, but then there's also for the more adventurous...
not a cliff jump, but it's probably 2 metres high. Feels like about 10 metres.
It seems like it's really high.
But it was really good. So the water was awesome.
It was. It was beautiful. It was so clear, and it's not salty. I mean, I love the ocean and I love salt water as well, but just to be in a lake, like an inland body of water that's not salty and it is just so clear and still, was pretty amazing.
Yeah. So, after Mount Shank, it was a perfect cool off and the perfect... There was a few flies around, but that's okay. That wasn't
apart from flies, there were also bees.
Oh, yes. That was our first interaction with bees.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Not our first interaction with bees. We've had plenty of interactions with bees.
On the trip in Mount Gambier, we found lots of bees in Mount Gambier, so they love the sinkholes.
They do.
So
they do. In summer, particularly.
Bees. And I was very tempted to put my hand in there and grab some honey and jump into the water and while they get in, would have stirred them up.
No, they wouldn't like that.
So lots of bees in the honeycombed crater areas of the...
Yeah, obviously in summer it's really dry, and so they're there for the water.
Heaps of water. They're just everywhere. So,
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So that was our morning.
We had a big morning, didn't we?
Yep.
Went back,
and then
had
we
some
went back,
lunch.
but we weren't finished yet.
No,
we stuffed a whole heap into one day. So then we went to...
We went to the information centre.
Information centre.
Mount Gambier.
Had a look in there, and they were really great in there. And could have spent an
So
hour or
cool.
Free entry.
Yeah, like it wasn't just an information centre where you go and you can collect a couple of brochures. They had rooms of information. There was the big what was the ship? The Lady Nelson ship on display outside, and
really
then
big.
Information inside, a bit of a walkway about the Lady Nelson, and then you could go through. They had a bit of a section on
there's stuff on the wildlife there, and
the geology of the area and the layers.
Because that's the big thing about Mount Gambier, the geology,
and how
the sinkholes
or cenotes.
Not
so
sinkholes.
Mount Gambier is apparently the only place outside of Mexico that has cenotes. So there is a difference between a sinkhole and a cenote. I'm not an expert.
See, amigo.
But she did tell us something about how a sinkhole is like full of mud and it kind of drops in, whereas a cenote is actually a collapsed cave system.
You've learned something today.
So there you go.
And they also had on display a video of someone exploring some caves,
cave diving
underneath Mount Gambier. They just explored. They just found some.
So I think they were saying during the COVID
longer.
time,
they got
he was a bit bored.
So he just went cave diving and found a whole new cave system that no one had been to.
Incredible.
Squeezed through some tiny little spots with scuba gear on.
We should see if we can find the YouTube channel and pop it up because
it might be in the description.
Mind blowing.
We should find it.
Have a watch. Not if you're claustrophobic. It was.
Well, it's all right if you're.
Or if you're just watching.
But really cool.
Incredible.
Had no idea about this about
No.
And so we left there.
Oh, there was also some. There were some fossils and things on display in a walkway because they've got quite a lot of fossil
that's
in
right.
the limestone area. So really cool and all free. All free. So much more than just an information centre. Make sure you pop into there if you go to Mount Gambier.
And then we popped on for a quick lunch and then headed out to see 2 more sinkholes.
We did.
So one was in the city, right smack bang in the middle of the city, like a botanic garden city almost.
It was just like, right in the middle. Just there's cafes there and a bank there, and there's just a sinkhole in the middle of it all.
City sinkhole, is it?
No, that one was called Cave Gardens.
Cave Gardens.
Or there was another name as well. But yeah, Cave Gardens.
Deep. A few metres down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not more than a few. A few?
Yeah, a few metres down. Yeah.
Like,
10, 15 metres, yeah. And then
deep.
Gardens, just like things
and
drying
kind of just
up. And a bit of a walk.
A ramp walkway into it, so it's accessible. You
Just
can't go down into the base of it. You kind of walk around so you can see it. So Charlie could go with us to that because you're not kind of actually going right into the sinkhole. Accessible, free, just on your way, walking through town, you can stop and do it. Yeah.
And that was a great warm-up for our last adventure of the day, which was the Umfeston sinkhole.
Oh my gosh.
Which is right near the showground.
So the Umfeston sinkhole was where the girls decided that they could actually live in a sinkhole. It was just so cool. And I mean, I agree. It was pretty cool. I could have lived there when it wasn't raining. So nice. So nice. Like the gardens were incredible. Just this overhanging kind of lush greenery.
Yeah. Really cool.
Oh.
Yeah, bees galore again.
Yes.
There are bees at all the sinkholes. They're just everywhere. And just, overhanging gardens. And Charlie couldn't go down there in this one, but
we just tag team top and bottom.
But just amazing. So again, you'll see the videos and the pictures. Yeah,
free to go.
Yeah, everything we did today, this day was free. Didn't cost anything.
And
just
so
phenomenal.
Because so much of Mount Gambier, well, what we were looking at was so many of the outdoor things. It's all free.
Yeah.
It's so accessible. It's all really close.
Yeah.
And really low cost to explore Mount Gambier.
And before that, we drove back and looked at the water, the Blue Lake.
Oh, well,
we looked at Blue Lake because that was on the way.
I don't know
back.
if it was before or after.
That was on the way back from our Little Blue Lake adventure. So the Blue Lake, which you'll see, is a big one. That feeds the water for Mount Gambier. You can't swim in there, but the water is so blue, hence the name Blue Lake.
Yeah, not always that blue though.
No.
Turns that blue over a period of a few days in summer.
Oh, there you go.
I think
we must have got it really blue. It was really nice.
Yeah.
I did a couple of laps, so that was a little bit of park run. So did a nice
run
around the lake.
Not laps.
No. And then we did a big walk up to
Centenary Tower,
which was very steep.
It's like this.
The girls were loving it. Not really. So yeah, we did
but
that.
Incredible views.
Great views
from up the top there.
Yeah, and it was warm too, so we were pooped by the end of it. And at the end of the day, we were all exhausted. We jam-packed heaps in there, but it was really cool.
Yeah, really cool. And there was, even just around us, there were other things that we could have easily tried to squeeze in. Below Centenary Tower, there was some beautiful parkland, and there was another water sports lake you could go on. And there are more ponds and lakes and sinkholes and caves. We actually didn't go and do any of the cave tours.
No, because the caves just outside of Mount Gambier.
A bit limited with doing those things with Charlie.
Yeah. But that's all right.
Yeah, well, we've kind of done some
Yeah, we know what it's like there, so if we ever go back, we'll be doing some more.
Yeah, I could definitely see us going back. After Mount Gambier, we then went on our next South Australia adventure, and we were heading towards Kingston, SE.
Yes, so our first beach stop
in South Australia. You're right. Yes.
So we'd heard a lot about Robe. We decided not to stay there.
We stopped for lunch.
We stopped for lunch. Yeah, we didn't stay overnight camping in the caravan parks there. But it was a nice little town.
It was nice to drive through. It was quite windy when we were going through there.
Yep. Yeah, but nice little seaside town. But we ended up going to Kingston and spent how many nights? 3 nights.
No, was it?
Yeah, I think we spent 3
so
nights.
So the Kingston RV.
Yes, I think it was like $10 a night.
Yep, right across the road from the jetty, right across the road from the beach to the water.
Stacks of fisher people on the jetty, fishing, swimming.
Morning, all day, in the evening, going back out, constantly.
But again, Kingston was a nice little town, wasn't it?
It was lovely.
Yeah.
It was lovely. Nice. Just a little town centre, lots of walkways.
And we just spent the time there, went for a swim, found a really cool pontoon on the beach on one day. It was really calm.
South Australia. Something we've not encountered before.
No, lots of pontoons in the water we can swim out to.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I think it was a little bit windy from time to time, but not too bad. Yeah, there was a park run right at our doorstep, which was cool. Me and another family, our dad, we did the park run. Yep, we jumped on it and did that, which was fun. And just it was a good stop. Good,
RV park.
RV park's
really
good.
Cheap. I think it was $10 a night, but you had to book 2 nights together.
Yes.
And had toilets. Just an outdoor kind of rinse off after a swim in the ocean shower, but no showers or other facilities apart
there's
from
water
that.
there. Yeah, water there. So
water to fill up your tank.
So what do we do at Kingston aside from swimming and park running and relaxing?
Well, there is a really cool big thing in Kingston, and it's actually bigger than I had anticipated. So there is the Big Lobster.
Big Lobster, yes.
And it's huge.
Massive.
Huge. What have we got? We've got in Tasmania, not far from us, in Sassafras, we've got the big potato. Kenny.
The big penguin.
Kenny, the Kennebec. Oh, and we've got the big, the big penguin.
But the Big
Lobster they pale
like,
in size compared to the Big Lobster. It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. Massive.
Yeah. So stop there.
Yeah, we did that. We also got a big bag of wild apples foraged on the side of the road, which lasts us forever. So good for stewing, probably not great fresh.
Risking life and limb in thongs.
Yeah, I was wearing
scrubby bush.
super high quality safety gear, my thongs, and standing on the side of the road with long grass, reaching up into apple trees. Yeah. As cars come past.
Yeah, super safe, but the apples were worth it. It was really good.
It was a full bag.
Very, many kilos of apples. And the other super exciting thing, and I'm a little bit disappointed because I missed out on seeing this, was we were driving and all of a sudden the girl started shouting, "Emu, emu!" And they saw, I think they said 3 or 4 emus just out the window, just on the side of the road.
We didn't see them, but they
emus.
saw them. There'll be more emus to come.
I'm keeping my eye out everywhere we drive.
Yeah, so we spent 3 nights there, and then we were off. What was our next stop for that? I think we were off to the from here to. So from Kingston, from here, our next destination is the Fleurieu Peninsula, and we are headed to
Port Elliot.
So
Port Elliot's there.
We will cram everything we do in Port Elliot and the surrounds into another video. So, we're a month and a half in, enjoying it so far. We'll do a bit of a recap on 2 months learning soon, and
it's been a bit of learning
for anyone who wants to do similar things. But we're surviving.
We're
thriving, not surviving. We're thriving.
We are. We're thriving.
Yeah. So again, we're missing everyone at home.
We are.
Yeah. But
love you lots.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone's having fun and doing their own thing back at home. So we'll give you another update in hopefully less than a week.
Feeling very tropical, I must say.
It is very tropical,
tropical in South Australia with this palm tree behind us.
Yes, we're a bit behind our videos, so we're giving updates as we're moving on a little bit further along. So
certainly not in Tasmania.
You might not be able to pick where we are, but yes, very tropical, very nice. Anyway, we'll do another update soon. So, bye everyone.
Bye.